just served to you like that, and you don't think, you take as a truth, and it's not necessary.
No,
It's not necessary.
I think it has to be necessary. Otherwise, you have only two options. Either you turn off your brain, you don't think about it, and you walk off into the sunset oblivious.
Okay.
Or you believe the universe has always been here. And that also requires an explanation.
So that the universe always been like that?
No, the universe has always existed.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
Now, one thing I try... Are you an atheist? You don't believe in God?
No,
Are
I believe
you...
in maybe positive energy or something like that, but I don't name it. Because
You don't
when
name
I look
it?
at the humanity, it's bad.
Yeah.
And it gives only bad results.
Okay, putting aside humanity and how they abuse their belief in God. We'll put that aside for the moment, right? Because I don't think...
How they understand the Bible
Exactly.
or Quran.
Yes,
because
exactly.
they can misunderstand.
Precisely. And everyone has their black sheep, right? Even the atheists.
Yeah, of course.
World War I, World War II, right? Right.
Hitler.
Precisely. So what we can do is still ask the question about where the universe came from. I think that's a reasonable question to ask. Everyone's been asking it since the very beginning.
Yeah, okay.
Why is there something rather than nothing?
And do you have an answer to this question?
I think it's possible remember you mentioned thinking, how we think to reach conclusions. I think we can use our very simple, basic rationale to come to the conclusion that, you know, the energy you spoke about, this energy that you don't want to name,
Yeah.
that this energy has to exist, and that this energy has to have attributes. You know what attributes are? Like knowledge, power, will, this type of thing.
Right, so you give this energy attributes like that.
No, I'm saying you will also have to give this energy attributes, because if this energy exists and it has no attributes, then it's non-existent. It doesn't exist at all.
No?
No?
You don't need to have attributes to be existing.
What is an attribute?
Knowledge, as you say.
No, but there's
Knowledge, will of power, features of character.
exactly.
Yeah.
What about dimensions? What about time? What about
We just don't understand.
existence?
We just don't understand to be non-existent, for example. We don't understand that the time can be timeless.
Okay.
We don't understand these notions. And we won't.
Okay.
And the God won't give me these answers.
No, forget
I
God.
don't need that.
Forget. Let's put aside God. I'm saying let's go through it in stages, as a rational human being usually does, right? Look, you and me, we can agree upon one thing. I think. I'm going to mention something to you, which I think you'll have to say, nope, don't need no evidence for that. I don't need any evidence.
All right.
The present moment.
Yeah.
Do we need
No evidence.
no evidence.
Maybe some would say that we
Yeah.
do need evidence that, for example, what we see is reality. Because some people say that it's a simulation, or there are so many different
sure.
points of view.
But in terms of the actual existence in the
You're
present,
standing in front of me,
I'm standing in front of you. You can touch me, I can touch you.
I got my daughter.
You got your beautiful daughter.
filming us
Exactly.
discussing.
Yeah. And
Which
we
is
have the
good.
cameras here,
Oh my God.
right?
Oh my God.
So you'll be a
I'll be
famous
famous.
man at the end of it.
Yeah.
Where are you from, by the way?
Poland.
Poland. So when you get home tonight or whenever, you can watch us having this conversation, right?
Of course.
Us seeing us is a proof that we exist, and this conversation took place
No doubt about it.
in the present moment, right? So let me ask you a second question. Could the present moment come about without an immediate past cause? You know, causes, effects. Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah. That's
We're the result of the past.
yes, exactly. And the past was once the present.
Yeah.
Yes.
Of course.
So we can build a principle that in order to reach the present, we have to have had a past, right? And that past is based upon causes that bring about the effects.
Every rational human being thinks the same.
I hope so. But like you said, there's a few
Yeah, of course. Who
who think that we don't
the globe is
exist.
flat, for example.
Yeah, whatever.
There are people probably speaking here sometimes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But we're not them,
But we're not them. The majority of us are not them,
fortunately.
fortunately. So, if the universe has always existed without it having a beginning, and without there being an explanation for the universe's existence outside of itself, if the universe has always existed, we're faced with a problem we have to face.
With the problem of not understanding a notion that a human brain is not capable of understanding.
And what is that understanding that the human brain is not able to understand?
The eternity.
Exactly. Not in eternity, but more specifically, an infinite.
Yeah.
Because now we have a beginningless chain of causes extending into the...
Future.
No, in the beginningless past.
In the what?
Beginningless past.
Okay.
The universe is eternal, no beginning. That means the causes that brought us about to this present moment, endless, no beginning. Now, I think that's the only explanation.
Yeah.
I'd like to hear another explanation.
No, I'm totally with you.
Okay, cool. What's your name? Machi Hamza. Nice to meet you. And what's your daughter's name, if you don't mind my asking? Daughter? Let's call her daughter.
What's your name?
Huh?
Manya.
Manya. Beautiful name. Imagine you're the present and I'm the immediate past. And before me, your daughter was the immediate past.
Yeah.
Right? And before her, he's the immediate past. Now imagine you said to me, Hamza, give me £1. And I say to you, I can't give you £1 until your daughter gives me £1. Why? Because I won't exist without the immediate past.
Okay.
Right? And she says, well, I can't give you £1, Hamza, to give my dad £1 until he gives me £1.
Yeah, an action caused the result. That's what we mean. A chain of
Endless
causes.
causes.
Endless causes and results
Now,
of events.
right.
All right.
Now imagine that pound going back to a beginningless past. Could the pound ever be brought forward from one point to another to reach us?
I know what you're heading. Where are you heading?
So what's your answer?
No, and that's my...
No what?
That's the flaw of my human brain, that I can't understand that. And probably
What can't you-
physicians...
Yeah, what can't you understand?
I agree with him in one way.
You can't understand that. Your logics is within human...
Yeah, that's the only place we can go.
The power of human mind.
Human mind.
And you're very intelligent. But probably...
No, I'm saying we don't need to be very intelligent to
but
deduce this.
Probably we just can't grasp it.
No, we can. I think you're selling yourself short. Because why? Wait. Let me land with the argument, and then you can come in.
Together on the same page, so we can discuss with you.
So look,
The reason I'm saying
Ima-
that, I used to be a teacher, math teacher, and the kids come to me and say, how do you do that? Simple multiplication. How do you do 3 times 5? How do you do it? Because that kid's brain does not take it. What you're saying now,
I agree with you.
I, as a grown, I can't take it.
I can't take it either.
My brain is not sufficient enough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Brain enough.
that's why sometimes...
Shall I tell you why we can't take it? Because an actual infinite in the real world can never exist. It leads to... Wait. Let me land. Let me give my argument. People far more clever than you and me. Like, for instance, have you heard of David...
Einstein.
No, not Einstein. Einstein was good at maths, but I'm talking about the top mathematicians like David Hilbert. Have you heard of David Hilbert? Have you heard of Cantor? No? Cantor's theorems. They dealt with infinites, right? And they came to the conclusion that it leads to what's known as paradoxes. If you have an infinite, no beginning, no end. If you take, like imagine you take all the negative numbers in an infinite away from an infinite. What do you have left? No, infinite. You're a mathematician, you should know this.
When you're moving on, you come to 0.
No. If you have an
We
infinite,
set 0 as a center.
what do you think? If you have an infinite,
Yeah, you take the numbers...
you take the negative numbers.
Yeah,
What do you have left?
You left with infinite. That's
Thank
what
you.
you're saying.
See? So what we understand from this is that in the real world, where we have, for instance, time is progressive, it's linear, as they say, going from one point to the next. We don't have circular time,
No.
where you go back in time and you live your life again and again.
One line.
Exactly. So According to our basic human rationale, we can make certain easy deductions. Time is linear. If the universe has no beginning, we have an endless time. If the causes are required to reach the present, there must be an actual infinite. But an actual infinite leads to contradictions and absurdities. Therefore, an actual infinite cannot exist.
That's a simplification.
Okay, then tell me give me another avenue.
My brain is not capable as a human brain to grasp that.
What was your name?
Much.
Machi,
I'm not a physician.
you're selling yourself short.
No, I'm just...
My 13-year-old understands this.
No.
And you're much cleverer than him.
I do that. I understand that.
You understand it?
Yes, of
Okay,
course.
so-
You're accusing me of not understanding your...
Oh,
theory.
sorry, I thought you meant you didn't understand it.
I do.
Okay, right.
But my brain is not capable of understanding why there was no beginning.
So,
Because
Machi.
there probably was no beginning. Because before beginning, there should have been something else.
Right. So, Machi,
Before the beginning.
if we go by, in life we make decisions based upon the best possible outcome by using our human rationale. We weigh up the pros and the cons, right? We do this all the time. From the simple tie to the woman we marry to the business we invest in.
When it comes to women, it varies.
Okay.
The rationale varies.
I'm not going to go there. I'm not going
Listen to your heart sometimes, and the
Yeah,
logic
yeah,
is...
fine. But by and large,
So your theory is not working in all these areas.
But by
because
and-
women are completely irrational.
sure. But by and large,
Am I right?
Machi,
They're rational. Women.
Don't commit yourself, son.
so Machi, when we judge things in our daily day-to-day life, we don't sell ourselves short like you're doing. We use the same human rationale, we weigh up the variables, and we say, the most likely outcome is what I'm going to choose.
But you're Muslim or you're a scientist or...
Put that aside. It doesn't matter. I am as dumb as they come. But even I know that if the infinite has problems, the only other solution is, apart from turn off your brain, walk away, act dumb, is the universe has to have a beginning.
How would you feel?
Example. We have in mathematics, we have a real number, 1, 2, 3, or so,
Yeah.
0, so, okay? And we have an imaginary number.
What's imaginary numbers? I thought numbers are imaginary.
No,
That
imaginary
you can't take number one and say, oh, here's number one, let's test it in a lab.
Say 1 plus I, 0, whatever. On paper, it doesn't make sense at all. But in reality, they use it in space and other...
My brother, that's my point.
And that's the imaginary.
No, that's my point.
When you say infinity is useless, it's not.
It is.
It's not.
It's beautiful on paper. When Cantor does his
Because we can't use it, doesn't mean it's useless.
No, but listen to what I'm saying. That's my entire point. On paper, in your mind, the infinity, you can do amazing work with it. But you can't transpose it into the real world and say an infinite can exist in the real world. It's impossible.
They've done it.
Where?
They've done it.
Remember, this is caught on camera, so you better have some good information.
In mathematics, they've done it.
What?
They've
Done what?
Real number, use the real number, and the imaginary number, they use in space and all sorts of things.
Brother,
Now,
I think you misunderstood mathematics. When the people they speak about progressively moving from one number to another, you can conceive of an infinite in your mind, but you can't now transform that infinite into the real world. Why? Because David Hilbert, who you said you've heard of, do you know of David Hilbert's famous thought experiment known as Hilbert's Hotel? Hilbert's Hotel?
yes.
Yeah? Okay, you tell me what Hilbert's Hotel is. He's going to tell us about Hilbert's Hotel, Michi.
Okay. One question. because
Go
I
for it.
gotta
Okay, no problem.
My wife
1
is
second, sir.
calling. Can you imagine being non-existent, for example? Non-existent, that it don't exist.
Yes?
I can't, and nobody can.
Okay.
And I leave you with that because there
That's
are
not
some
good.
things which are not
Machi, you know what? I think this.
possible to understand.
I think this is
Like
a.
not existing.
Yeah.
Can you imagine just dying and being not here? Because we haven't been here for a long time before we were born, you know. So, but we're only for a slight moment, little moment here on the planet, but can you imagine?
Some people think it's
So that's why you can't understand infinity. Because we can't grasp
can you understand it?
Non-existence.
Can you understand infinity? Can you explain the question I put to you? Okay, go home, sit down, work it out. If you come up with an answer, I'd love to hear it.
Of course it's obvious. Infinity is obvious.
Okay, good.
Because there's no beginning,
So therefore,
no end.
right.
That's obvious.
So Machi.
But it's hard to understand
No, but
that
Machi,
something
what's
didn't have the beginning. That's impossible
So
for the human brain.
so Machi, what's the alternative explanation? What's the most obvious explanation?
I don't need an explanation for that.
Why? Because are you one of those people who just doesn't want to think?
I'm happy without this explanation.
Right. Let me give this to you, Machi. What if this God, this power, this energy who's the greatest conceivable thing? Because if this thing exists, it can't have a beginning. It has to be eternal. And it has to be the cause of creation.
I think you mean the energy.
Yes, whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it. It has to have volition, meaning a will. Why? Because if there is no infinite, hear me out. If there's no infinite, this thing must be the explanation for how the universe began. And so therefore, the universe at one point was non-existent. This thing decided to bring the universe into existence. This doesn't point to nothingness. This points to something that has an attribute, a will. This thing has to be powerful.
What created this something?
That's my point.
And what created this something which created this something?
Exactly.
So it's infinite.
So therefore,
it's infinite.
right. So therefore, to get out of the paradox, the contradiction of an infinite, this thing has to be eternal. Otherwise, just like we asked the question about the world, we have to ask the question about this thing, and it leads to an absurdity. So the only rational conclusion for a person who wants to think is, this thing has to be eternal with no beginning. Okay. So if this thing is eternal,
we're going back to the same.
It has to have a will.
Thinking.
Yeah, but I'm trying to impress upon you, Machi.
We're in a vicious circle, I think.
This energy. No, Machi. This energy has to have attributes, necessary attributes. If this thing has no power, right? This energy has no power or no means.
No will, no just.
Then the universe wouldn't have come about. But the universe exists. And so the thing that brought the universe into existence, it has to have attributes. And our scientists, Machi, they tell us, in the beginning of the universe, there were 4 constants. Gravitation, the weak and strong nuclear forces, and electromagnetism. And they say that it had to be finely tuned. Because if these things weren't finely tuned, either the universe began, but it would remain inert, no life-giving properties. Or it would begin, but there would be chaos. No hydrogen turning into helium, no helium turning into oxygen, no oxygen turning into nitrogen, etc., etc.
I think it's a chaos, and there were so many processes in this chaos that eventually this chaos produced one planet among billions of planets where we are, where we were born. So this chaos.
But you missed the point.
That's probability.
At the very beginning, chaos cannot account for the implantation of 4 necessary constants that they have to work in tandem for the universe.
What's your name?
Hamza.
Hamza. I need to go.
No worries. But maybe food for thought.
Maybe food for thought. I won't sleep today probably because I think about infinity.
Well, you know
my wife will ask me, "Hey man, what you doing? Why are you not sleeping?" I'm thinking about infinity.
No worries.
I spoke with this guy with a beard in Speaker's Corner, and in 1 month she'll tell me this: "Hey man, you're different." I'm thinking about infinity all the time. I can't stop that.
All the best. Okay, nice one. Appreciate your time.
I'll stop and cease thinking about infinity soon.
Yeah, hopefully it'll push you towards believing in God.
Some trauma.
It does. Yeah. If you take God out of the equation, you're going to it leads to trauma.
Yeah?
Yes. You have to face these questions. If God doesn't exist, the world has to be eternal,
until I
infinite.
Met you, I wasn't traumatic, but I became right now.
Well, hopefully this will make you a better person.
Maybe.
Thinking-wise. Nice one, mate. All the best.
Assalamualaikum, brother.